Guys, something slightly different today. We're going to do a room tour. Look at the frizz on my hair. We're going to do an office / games room tour. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope that it answers many questions as to what I actually have in the collection. So yeah, let's take a look. Okay guys, so here we go. We're going to start off with a panoramic. So this is approximately 80% of my retro collection, which is used for the typical kind of backdrop on my videos. Most of my videos are done here, so the camera would be like here, so that's what you're used to seeing. What you guys don't see, and we'll come back to this, I'm going to show you some kind of gems in the collection. Jess and I do share office space, so this is her desk. She's a professional photographer, so she's always busy there. And this is mine. Yes, I have a wooden chair as I am deciding on what chair to get. So after the panoramic, we'll go into a bit more depth, you know, as to what is what. So usually I just kind of sit myself there on a beanbag to play retro games. This is just a very, very small part of my console collection out because I literally don't have the room, which is a shame really. So we're hoping to move this year and get a massive office / games area. So that's a kind of panoramic of the office / games room. So at the end of the video I will show you more consoles that I've got, but as you can see what we've got out is the NES and the PAL SNES. I have two Master Systems but one isn't out. This particular model has Alex Kidd built in, I believe, sat right next to the black cube, with 4 PlayStation 2s. The Slim is just on the end right there guys, and just in those black boxes are loose carts and wires and just loads and loads of pads, loads of controllers. Coming up is, I believe, a 21 inch, just kind of really cheap flat screen that I play everything on, and everything you see is hooked up. So we've got the red Wii, black Wii, that is a PAL N64. I do have 3, the other 2 are NTSC models. I do have quite a large NTSC N64 collection, it's immaculate as well. And then the 360, and just behind there is the controller. Woo! So this I kind of obviously like to keep out just for close quarter, I would call close quarter gaming. I sit myself there and play retro games. Everything current gen is downstairs. Now there is some footage of my living room and I'll put a link to that video in the description. The living room footage is at the end, so you guys can kind of check that out. So that's a few retro consoles out. Stick around guys and I'll show you more consoles at the end of the video. So on my desk I have a broken copy of Sonic 2, which is nice. And this is here, this was a Christmas present because I'm waiting to do an unboxing video. I do all my editing on here, got my iPad. This is a little kind of joystick that goes on the iPad so you can play arcade games a little easier. This is actually Jess's business name, but it's a USB and I record footage from my PS4 onto this. If I do gameplays, that's just for the camera. And then obviously wireless mouse. Down here, in there, which the cats have actually ruined, this is full of N64 controllers, as you can see. And there's a GameCube controller in there. And obviously that's Jess's printer with bits of Wacom tablet. More she uses for editing. Pretty sweet setup really guys. And the Mario blanket. Love, love, love that Mario blanket. So coming over to the collection, just another kind of panoramic for you guys. So let's start at the top here. So it's quite messy, I do need to alphabetize everything and go through it all, so apologies in advance. So I said before about the NTSC N64 collection, that's what we've got here. Again, there are videos on my YouTube channel so you guys can see this in a little bit more depth. And I've kind of sandwiched in the 3DS games at the top here. So we've got Super Smash Bros, Street Fighter 4, Pokemon Omega Ruby, Persona Q, A Link Between Worlds, Mario Kart 7, Fantasy Life, and Ocarina of Time. This is the Luigi edition, N64, what? 3DS, which I also did an unboxing of on my channel. The Game Boy shelf, there's over 100 games in there, believe it or not. There's actually I may have taken some off. There was 100 games on here, but I've totally run out of space. Like I say, we are looking to move My 3DS XL Nintendo, love it, NES edition. And there's also an unboxing of that as well. And I got this when, obviously, at the Eurogamer Expo in 2013, played the PS4 for the first time. Got an extensive library of PlayStation 1 games. I do want to boost my collection. This will triple when I've got the space. There's so much stuff in boxes, which again, there's boxes piled up next to me, which I just don't have the space for, which I will show you guys. SNES games, that's front to back with, there's over 30 SNES games here, they're all, and NES games as well. They're all back there. If we were to move Alien 3 and Marble Madness, etc., they're all underneath. Again, I'll put loads of links in the description to other videos, guys. The Mega Drive. Again, this is a reasonably small collection compared to what I am used to, but I'm really, really grateful for it nonetheless. Some Cube games there. I think, like with Cube games, I definitely go for quality over quantity. I'm not really a huge GameCube collector, but I do like to go with titles that, you know, are really expensive and cool. Look at my Sega Saturn collection. Dropping down, got a few 360 titles, Xbox Original, Master System stuff. Box NES SP, just some other Game Boy games. This is the Mega Drive Arcade Ultimate Portable. Some Panasonic 3DO games down there. The console is downstairs. PSP, couple of kind of Final Fantasy games at the back. The PS1 console literally kind of sandwiched in. As you can see, the space is very limited. Some Spectrum games and some of my game guides. Hyrule Historia is still sealed as well, which is nice. More PS2, and then additional game guides over here. Some of them, again, due to the lack of space. In these boxes, I don't know if you can kind of see, I don't want to take them all out because it's just a real mess, but there is wires and control pads in there for the Sega Saturn. These are two prints that I need to get frames for. I think there's a Final Fantasy NES and a Japanese Donkey Kong original game print. PS2, again, this is full of wires and whatnot. Additional, I mean, it's a real mess, guys. I'm so sorry. And then Watch Dogs kind of cube, which we got for the midnight opening. This is a limited edition Dark Souls poster. It's numbered, I think it's 700 and something out of 3,000. And purse dispensers, which I do not open. And on the top, got a Batman cap, which I don't wear. And my chewed, stressed Atari stick, which my cat's bloody chewed, look at that. Monkeys, that's a wardrobe, which obviously we're not gonna show you the wardrobe. And then on the side here, which is obviously, people never see this, but I have more purse dispensers here. And then I've had this Buddha postcard for a very long time. I used to be quite into Buddhism and the whole notion of relaxing and chilling out, which I've kind of lost myself a little bit over the past couple of years, and I need to realign my focus on things, but that's just there to remind me I absolutely love that postcard. Okay, so these are some of the boxes that I just don't have space for. Everything you see here is NTSC N64. Here are a box of Dreamcast games and Game Boy games, Game Gear games, wires. I just, again, don't have the space for, which is a shame, really. I cannot stand having games and consoles in boxes. I think it's an absolute travesty. Dreamcast, some Master System paraphernalia, more wires. So these are things that I just don't have any room for, so fingers crossed we will move this year. Final panoramic for you. This is 80% of the collection, which has been growing since March 2014. Jess's desk, my desk, little retro station on the end there, and boxes that I don't have space for, but nonetheless I will find somewhere. There is also a boxed original Xbox as well, which is absolutely immaculate, which is downstairs. and it's a shame really that it has to be away. So there we go.